Hey, check it out. I'm really glad you made it. This video caught my attention this morning. I went back to a 9-to-5 after doing full-time YouTube for 1 year. The creator, the dude mentions, this is my second time giving up on striving to make it happen. And he starts to mention right away, like the pressure to get the views, the pressure to achieve something that is absolutely monumental, something that most viewers don't really understand here on YouTube. Most viewers are here for the entertainment value. Even when they're watching videos, it's really about the entertainment that is provided. It can be documentary, it can be instructional, it can be jackass, goofy cat videos, poodle videos, whatever. But I think most viewers watch because it's just a way to let go, unwind, and to escape reality for a moment. And if you're someone that really gets caught up in the idea of creating your own channel because it looks amazing and then you get underway, so very often, the thing I hear again and again is like, wow, the time it takes, the time requirements, the struggle, the pressure, the competition, it's 2025. And fact of the matter is, most creators that watch videos about how to grow and whatnot, I think they're missing a much bigger picture, which causes them to struggle. So what I want to do in this particular video is I've got a few notes here. I simply want to share the reality of becoming full-time and why you may want to let that dream die and come up with your new YouTube vision and thought and idea that will allow you to escape somewhat and really manage the pressure that's associated with trying to make this happen. Because I gotta say, man, it is really challenging, but it's totally possible. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brian. I talk about being a creator. I've got 2 channels monetized. I'm launching a third in a few weeks, and I'm so excited. And I'll kind of wrap in some of the thoughts and ideas that I've had as someone that is full-time, that's made millions of dollars online, hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Close to $1 million with YouTube and more. And the first thing I want to share is that most of the time we have so much internal struggle because it's all focused around expectations and the thing we really want to achieve, and yet when we go to make a video, it just feels so uncomfortable for so many of us. I just published a video a few days ago and I got a lot of people talking about like, man, thank you so much for this video. It really hit home. Or, I got to get out of my own head. Or the thing I really struggle with is filming outdoors or really just filming anywhere around people. And that's one of the things we want to be able to do. Like if we struggle with filming in public, it's only going to make it harder for us. If we constantly are beating ourselves up for the lack of results we have, then it's going to be a painful existence, and maybe we need to again reframe things. So the first point is that our struggles begin with our expectations, and the moment we can live in the moment, things just get a whole lot better. Number 2 is I think a lot of people don't understand the competition and what it really means to succeed and what it takes. Most creators watch videos that are based, stick with me, this is important, they're based on strategy. But strategy only gets you so far. If you're going on a cruise and the captain is trying to come up with the perfect strategy to orchestrate this incredible cruise with sightseeing and locations and times of sunset, that's great. But if the cruise ship has a hole in it and it sinks in the middle of the ocean, you see where I'm going? Like, doesn't matter at all. And fact of the matter is, I believe that most creators have a huge problem with the videos they're making, not with the strategy. Strategy is easy. If you get in front of a camera and you make videos, you're going to be able to pick up little tips and tactics that you can apply along the way. And as you continue to do that and get better, then the skills and abilities that you pick up will allow you to achieve the success you're after. But most most people never really face their fear and get over the struggle that they have internally. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be on camera. That doesn't mean you need to have a voiceover, but statistically speaking, so many creators don't have a voiceover, and they never come up with a great strategy to alleviate the fact that most videos without a voiceover struggle. Now, you can use AI, you can do silent vlogs. Again, I talked about this on my last video, and I'm going to link you to that video because I think it's a great way to start the process and to become more comfortable with the things that make you uncomfortable, which is important. Let's talk about item number 3, time commitment. I can't tell you how many times people are like, holy buckets, the amount of time required for me to successfully make a YouTube video I could have never imagined. It's really easy to watch a video and become inspired, but that inspiration dies quickly. This is one of the reasons I love making a video in one day. I have an idea in the morning, I come down here, I hit record, I talk to the camera, I add B-roll if I want or not. Like, that's all extra. And then I win because I still have that burst of inspiration and I want to get the video out. But when we try to make something for the first time, it can take forever. When we make something for the first time, we've never really dealt with camera settings. You can use auto, that's fine, but your lighting sucks, the audio sucks. There will be so many things that you're not prepared for, and you can watch all the videos in the world, but it won't matter. Here's a great example. I've made hundreds and hundreds of videos. I'm out on this incredible road trip, and look at this footage. I had this huge sinking feeling when I got back from driving 1,000 miles out, 1,000 miles back, visiting multiple locations, waking up at the crack of dawn, going back out in the afternoon, and then the footage sucked. Not all of it, and the fact of the matter is, I'm over it because I know that in order to be a successful creator, I have to be uncomfortable. And fact of the matter is, I got a lot of great photos and clips and videos and more that will allow me to continue, right? And I've got a bank of great B-roll, but the time constraints that you're going to face are incredibly enormous. And until we really learn the process, which the only way to do it is to make a lot of videos, it's just going to be hard and feel daunting and overwhelming and so on. And again, a lot of this is always tied to expectations. Like if you were just like happy-go-lucky and you didn't really have a care in the world and you just loved to make videos and you kept making videos, and furthermore, if you really had a desire to make something that was at a high level, which not everybody does, but if you did, your videos would get much better over time. Your ability to create videos that connect with an audience would improve and you'd make it. But yet, that's not where most people are at because, again, expectations and item number 3, time constraints. It's going to take time, and that's okay. Fall in love with the process and fall in love with your channel. Fall in love with the direction you're going. And this is something, I'm launching this new channel because it ties in perfectly with the things that I love, but you probably don't care about. You don't care about my beautiful cinematic shots. You don't care about my great photos, but I have an audience in mind that absolutely will. And it ties in perfectly with what I love doing, how I love spending my time. And furthermore, and this is something I'm so excited about, I'm not teaching. Forget teaching. I'm not talking about any of it. I'm going to create videos where the value is in the entertainment and nobody's trying to learn. They don't have to worry about feeling like a failure. And I believe that over time I can grow this channel successfully. And I'll let you know, like if you're a longtime viewer, check this out. I'm expecting not to drive a whole bunch of views in the beginning, and I'm going to be making epic film-like story-driven narrative videos, cinematography, film, storylines based on really popular subjects. But I know it's the likelihood that I just hit it out of the park on the first video, and actually I have really great strategies, and I'm confident. The last time I did this, I got monetized. I drove tens of thousands of views in a really micro niche. Now I'm going into a space where I can gain millions of subscribers. No, I can gain hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but millions and millions of views on a monthly basis because it's based on entertainment, love, passion, something that brings people back and more. This brings us to item number 4, which I kind of spoke about, and that's the skills that are required are enormous. Most people are striving to figure out a way to overcome the skill gap. The only way to make it happen is to get a phone in your hand or a camera, start shooting and practice and make mistakes and do it again, and wake up in the morning and do it again, or spend your day off just with YouTube and struggling with editing and so on. Now, you might be thinking, and again, this really taps into what I'm thinking, oh, like you don't need to edit and it's all about being authentic. That's fine. Sure, but the fact of the matter is, I think when we say no to something like editing, we're putting an obstacle in the way that may be pulling our results down. Fact is if you can't keep viewers watching for 2 minutes, you'll never grow a successful channel. Really, the goal should be creating a 10-minute video that keeps viewers watching for 7 minutes. That's the goal. People are like, Brian, what metrics do I need to hit? Easy. You need a CTR of 7%. You need to keep viewers watching for between 4.5, really 5 minutes to 7. Once you can do that, you'll be able to succeed pretty much in any niche as long as you keep trying and you target different types of videos, you make different lengths of videos. Like once you're able to achieve that, you can succeed. But in order to do that, you got to have the skills. And that brings me to item number 5, which is mental health and burnout. All of these things, when you start thinking, okay, finally, he told me something that's really tangible and actionable. I need, what did I say, 4, 5, 6% CTR and keep people watching 5 to 7 minutes. At that moment, you've got expectations and goals, and you're going to be crushed along the way. But I believe that success is one's ability to keep going, to get up and do it again. Winston Churchill, this was a really big quote of his that, success is not measured by what you've achieved. Any knucklehead can publish a video and drive millions of views. Signs of true success on this platform come from those people that have this ability to keep going and keep trying, and along the way they find their path. They find their way. All the YouTube creators that you love, they did not have overnight success. Literally, like check it out, let me know how I'm wrong, but the likelihood that you stumbled across someone that published 5 videos and they blew up is thin to none. And yet that's the thing that we keep counting on. Whether you've published 100 videos or 5 videos, it's kind of the same mentality because we want the success right now. For me personally, here's what I think is going to happen with my new channel is like I'm embarking on this adventure. I'm going to be able to create a bunch of videos around the adventure. I'll publish them to the internet and they'll do kind of okay, but they're not hugely popular topics, but they tie in beautifully with another series I'll make the next month. And what I think is going to happen is I'll do that a few months in a row, and 1 or 2 of my videos will start to take off and the rest of the catalog will pull up. They'll get more views. I'll gain a loyal audience. Like I've always been able to achieve that, but not on the scope of a Nick Nimmin or a Nate Black. And that's okay because I'm not. I'm Brian G. Johnson. And if you like my content, then you dig what I'm about, how I share, how I create. And the best thing that I can do is really strive to stay in my lane. Item number 6 is the algorithm dependency. The thing that I think makes a lot of sense is to learn how the algorithm works and to learn to study your analytics to be able to say, well, this is exactly why my video didn't do well. And yet it's so interesting for me. Like so many of my coaching clients, they'll be like, I don't have any idea. I'm like, well, we've talked about this a million times. What's the CTR? How long did they watch? What are the commonalities of your successful videos? The more we really look at the raw data and we do our best to remove the emotion associated with the struggle and the failure, the more likely we can spot why it didn't work, which means we can address it with what needs to be addressed. Like if they're not watching long enough, editing can most certainly improve that. I guarantee, like people right now are not editing, and I guarantee they would have a far better chance. Why? Because they could cut out the dead space when they understand it's dead space. and so on. You know what I mean? Like, well, what does that mean? Like, if you ramble on in the beginning, you know that you should cut that. But if you're not editing, well, I'm tired. I don't have the energy to make another video. I don't want to edit, and boom. Rather than, like, if you continue to learn to edit, then you have the ability to fix that issue literally in 10 minutes or less. And a lot of the videos I've published that have done well are pretty minimal. Like, I consider minimal being able to come up with an idea in the morning, film in less than an hour, edit for an hour or 3, and publish. And like, that's a really easy recipe that when you've done YouTube enough times, you can do. And over time, when you keep uploading, it's only likely that some of your videos are going to do better and you win. But at the end of the day, we are dependent on the YouTube algorithm. And by not understanding the analytics that are connected to the algorithm, you know, this is, again, it's based on the skills and the know-how and the information and making great decisions. So like right now, the new channel that I'm going to launch, and I haven't mentioned it, and I really don't want to mention it because I want to do it naturally. Like I did with my first channel, I didn't really mention my photography channel until I had a number of videos that were doing well. And the channel did pretty good out of the gate. And I was able to make it happen just because, not so much research and strategy, just because I love macro photography and I thought there was an opportunity. And obviously there was. Now you might be like 40,000 views. That's cool. Like, that's success for me because I enjoyed my time. And today I have a monetized channel that makes me a bit of money. Number 8 is delayed financial rewards. Give yourself 1 year. 1 year. Like, and if you can't do that, whether it's making money or simply really achieving a high level of success, it's going to be hard. Now, for me personally, right now, I'm at month 6 and I'm struggling mentally too. Like, we all go through it. Not a lot of creators don't. But the creators that succeed just love it so much, we keep doing it, right? The fact of the matter is, when you get started, the likelihood that you publish a video that drives enough views for you to make money with the AdSense money, with partner program on YouTube, is thin to none. If you do other monetization methods like affiliate marketing, coming up with your own products and services, whatever, that will allow you to get there sooner and with less views. But still, I think you're going to find it's going to take 6 months at that point, 6 months to a year to make it happen. So, and sadly, if we have this pressure to make money, then we have to come up with these ideas and these strategies so we feel like we're doing our best. We need to think about it. And that creates the expectation that this whole video is focused on. Number 9 is really fantastic, which is an unsustainable pace of publishing content. This is a big, big issue. Most creators don't publish enough to make it happen. If you look at all the big channels you love, they were prolific at the very beginning of their career, or they kind of meandered, and then they had the official start, if you will, right? The official start, and they went hard for a long period of time. I've done this 2 or 3 times. Nick Nimmin has done it a few times. Daniel Battelle has done it probably 3 times now. And these successful creators just have so much passion and drive, and they want it so bad that they just grind it out. But it's unsustainable, at least for myself, and at some point I need to come up for air, or I try to make a masterpiece and it doesn't do as well, and then I'm not publishing as often, which is probably a little bit more in alignment with growing quickly today, and so on. And these are just some of the reasons why it's so very difficult to succeed. But there is one method that makes it really easy, and it's just really valuing what's most important in a video that does well and gains an audience, and then starting to make the video along the way and overcoming obstacles that may have held you up in the past. This is a powerful video. It's on the screen now. It goes over this exact thing. Or if you're publishing and you're struggling to get views, check out the video about the algorithm, and that may help you out. Click one of those videos. I'll see you there. You dig what I'm laying down? We did it. Oh, by the way, it's the new studio. It's modular. I'll see you on the next one.